welcome to another Chelsea chat. I just thought I'd do a quick one. I'm going to be away watching, hopefully, going to a game for the first time in ages. I've got someone picking me up and taking me to the Salzburg game, hopefully. And then Sunday, I'm going to be away, so there may not even be a Chelsea chat, or it'll be one out and about on the road if I am about. But I'll be back soon. But I just thought I'd do one on Graham Potter. I've seen so much written, so much talked about in forums online, and I've looked at the Athletic. Great, by the way, you can get it for £1 at the moment, and really keeps you up to date with Chelsea. I've read a few of the Fabrizio Romano and a few of the people who get to see a little bit behind the scenes, and basically Tuchel was going anyway. I personally think that player power has claimed too many of our managers, and I would have stuck with him, and hopefully at one time they will stick with a manager. So apparently the big fallout started with Matthias de Ligt, who was Tuchel's first transfer target, the man that he saw as being the new John Terry, the man that he wanted above anyone else in defence. And allegedly, Tuchel spoke to Matthias de Ligt, who said he'd be happy to join Chelsea. He'd already spoken to Bayern Munich, but at the time Tuchel spoke to him, London was his preferred option. Boehly dithered. Boehly tried to do a deal. Boehly tried to include players in the £80 million deal, and Bayern went in and signed it up. And apparently that's where the first fracture occurred, and the rest is history. Boehly wanted Ronaldo. Tuchel was concerned about the effect it would have on the dressing room and whether it was really a good influence on some of the younger players. Having a prima donna at 38 years old who used to be one of the best players in the world, still pretty decent, knows where the goal is, but you've got to weigh up the whole package. Boehly saw the merchandising opportunities. Tuchel wasn't having it. Tuchel wanted certain players to leave the club, allegedly Ziyech and Pulisic. Didn't want people hanging around the dressing room who he felt were negative, who he felt didn't want to be at the club, and so they could go. Boehly apparently spoke to Pulisic and convinced him to stay and fight for his place, possibly because of the American opportunities, the marketing opportunities. And Ziyech, apparently they were peeing about with the terms of his transfer to, I believe it was AC Milan and then Ajax, and he ended up not going anywhere. Other pieces of dead wood in that dressing room also stayed. So Tuchel wasn't happy, and according to the Athletic, he even thought about walking because there was a breakdown between the board, Todd Boehly, and Tuchel. They wanted a yes man. And Tuchel definitely isn't that. It's also alleged that because his marriage had broke up, he was not the same bubbly character, and that a few of the bad apples in the dressing room basically were delighting in the fact that he was going through hard times, and there were divisions, shall we say, in the dressing room. So there we go. But we weren't playing great football. I prefer to think of Tuchel's reign as when we came back against Real Madrid. Games like that. Lots of games where we played really attractive stuff under him. rather than the negativity of the last 6 months, really. And those that had a pop at me and said we're not playing great, got no argument, we weren't. I think after November, really, when Tuchel got injured, because I thought up to then we were absolutely, forget Tuchel plays negative football, we were absolutely blowing sides away. We looked great. So you can do it, Tuchel can do it, but because of the things I already mentioned, things were going wrong. So maybe they just stopped him walking. What probably happened as well is that he found out, like some of the journalists did, that they were looking at other managers. Apparently, when we bought Cucurella, Boehly knew everything about Graham Potter. What a shock for an American multi-billionaire to be a two-faced bar steward. That's not having a go at Todd Boehly. That's just stating fact. To amass that much money, you've got to be a little bit sneaky, a little bit underhand. And it looks like that's exactly what we've got. Roman was. So yeah, I think we treated Tuchel pretty poorly. But there you go. We've got to let go, I think. It's not worth blaming the new manager, who is more of a yes man, but a very good coach as well. So Graham Potter's come. He was a left back in the lower leagues for most of his footballing life, and he's got women's football technical director, but only for 30 days. I don't know why that would be. I can't find out. And he went to Sweden to a club called Östersund, where he had just over 200 games, 109 wins, 56 draws, and 59 losses. Pretty good. They won the Swedish Cup. And he got his team promoted, I think, for the first time. And as a result of that, Swansea saw him. He went to Swansea, 21 wins, 11 draws, 19 defeats. 2 more wins than defeats. And as a result of that, because they were playing nice football, he went to Brighton, where he had 43 wins, 43 draws, and 48 defeats. So I don't know. We've got to give him a chance. His record so far, he does play nice football. He does not play nice football. But apparently, he doesn't have to get Champions League football, and the board are still going to stick with him. Believe it or not, based on Todd Boehly's track record of 100 days. He doesn't need to get Champions League football. He doesn't need to win a trophy. As long as it looks like our football's progressing. Now, I'm all right with that. I'm fine with that. I like to win things, I must admit. I think we pulled the plug too early on Tuchel, but I'm right behind Graham Potter. I can't see the point of giving the bloke abuse. I support Chelsea Football Club. I don't support the board. I don't support the manager. I don't even actually support individual players. I support them when they're part of the team. So we got to give him a chance. If I'm lucky enough and I get to the bridge on Wednesday, I'll be singing his name. None of this booing or protesting or whatever. We've got to get behind him, and we've got to get behind the team. But I'll say this now. When you think of some of the cabbages who support this club, who want him sacked when he loses his first game, and you know who they are. You know who they are. He's got 3 defeats at most before they're coming for his head. But he's got a board that's going to back him, and he's got a 5-year deal with the option of 1 extra if both agree, or if the club wants to invoke it. And he's on 10 million a year. So, I thought, you know what I feel sorry for? I feel sorry for Billy Gilmore, don't you? The only he wasn't going to leave Chelsea, you know. The only reason he left Chelsea was because he knew he'd be playing under Graham Potter, who gave youth a chance. So that's it, Graham Potter. That's a little bit of background to him. That's a little bit of background, hopefully, to the Tuchel debacle that I got from all sorts of sources. And that's your stats on Graham Potter. let's see what happens, shall we? But I tell you this, we've got to support him. He's new to the club. What's the point of getting on the bloke's back straight away because we don't agree with the way Tuchel left the club? Maybe it was for the best. If Tuchel's struggling personally, and I have been through a marriage breakup, and obviously it was worse for her than me, but no, it was bad. It was bad. And my mind wasn't on things. So perhaps everything happens for a reason. Perhaps he can go away with his 13 million quid. If you've got to get the sack, that's the way to get it. Go away with his 13 million quid and recharge the batteries. So, with his new girlfriend, I'll tell you what, 13 million quid on a yacht, if you've got to recharge your batteries, that's the way to recharge them, in my humble opinion. So fair play to him. So good luck, Tommy Tuchel, in the future, as long as you're not managing teams that play against us. And good luck, Graham Potter. I hope you're a big success. I hope you bring lots of trophies to Chelsea. And yeah, hope you trust Todd Boehly more than I do. Because I don't trust him further than I could throw him. But he saved our club. So again, I'm not going to be one of these negative voices. Good luck, Todd Boehly. Good luck, Graham Potter. That's all from me. I'll speak to you soon. Thanks for watching. Up to Chelsea.